Hello, dear student. All of you, welcome back in lecture number second on subject BO 121 Plant Life and Utilization, paper second. It is belong to botany paper first from credit first, chapter number first, introduction. It's concerned to introduction to plant diversity. So, the student, we already started our botany paper first lecture. We already covered the first lecture. Now we are begin here lecture number second. So the session agenda about this lecture 1.4 Gymnosperm diversity, 1.4.1 Sporophyte diversity in Gymnosperm, 1.4.2 root system in Gymnosperm, 1.4.3 the structure of stem, 1.4.4 the structure of the leaves in Gymnosperm, 1.4.5 reproduction in a Gymnosperm. All these points we will see in our today's lecture. So the student, you know what is a biological diversity? In previous lecture we already covered this topic. Biological diversity, it is nothing but the variability or the variety of life form. Then cryptogames, it is nothing but the non-flowering plants, that plants they do not produce flowers and seeds, and that plants reproduce only through the spores. And phanerogames, it is nothing but the flowering plants, means that plants bear flowers and seeds. It's having a two groups phanerogames. One is gymnosperm and another is a angiosperm. In previous lecture we already seen the characteristic feature of phanerogames. So the student, here the higher cryptogames we already covered. Vascular cryptogame pteridophyte, it is also called as a primitive land vascular plant, and it is having some important characteristic feature we already covered in a previous lecture. So in today's session, gymnosperm diversity. So the student, gymnosperm are simply called the simple spermatophytes and primitive seed bearing vascular plants. So the gymnosperm, the meaning of the gymnosperm, see the gymnosperm, this word was first suggested by Theophrastus 300 BC, who was one of the Aristotle pupil. In his book Inquiry into the Plants. At present, gymnosperm are represented by near about 70 genera and 725 species distributed in all parts of the world within restricted habitat only. Some of these occur in an Arctic circle also. So the student, the gymnosperm, they have formed dense forest in the mountainous range of the world at extreme low temperature and in extreme heavy rainfall, and it is also occurred in extreme heavy snowfall belt. So the firstly, we will see here what is a gymnosperm. So the student, gymnos, it is a nothing but the naked, and sperma, it is a nothing but the seeds. So the gymnosperm meaning that the plant they bears the naked seeds. Okay. So the presence of naked seeds or ovule borne on unprotected surface of megia sporophyll. Seed of gymnosperm are not enclosed in a ovary, also called phanerogame without ovary. Here the student, this thing is very important. You remember that. Okay, gymnosperm, they do not having a ovary, without ovary, that's why there is a no fruit formation is there. Okay, and the seeds and ovules become naked. They originated in the Paleozoic era and most dominant plant over the surface of the earth during the Jurassic and Cretaceous period of the Mesozoic era. So the student, this gymnospermic plant, the many gymnosperm, they are totally extinct on the earth's surface. I am mentioning some example or orders. Okay, Cycadio Cycadi Filicales order, then Benetitils order, order Pentoshilales, order Chorditales. Okay, all these order, those forms are there. Okay, Cycadiodia, then Benetitia, then Pentoshilone, okay, Chorditale, all these order, those forms are there. They are not present live on the earth surface. Okay, they are totally extinct, and their preserved remains are known as a fossil gymnosperm. Means they are also found today, but it is in the fossilized form. So the student, the plant body of the gymnosperming plant, it is also the sporophytic plant. It is a diploid sporophytic plant. It is differentiated into well-developed root, stem, and leaves. So student, you remember that one is the most important example here. Ginkgo biloba is called as a living fossil. So this Ginkgo biloba, it is found from primitive period of time. Okay, it is from ancient period of time. Means they are living form as well as in the fossilized form. That's why it is also called the living fossil. Remember that it is a asked for MCQ. It is endemic to China. It is a only restricted distribution. It is a found only the China. The order Cycadales, order Jingoales, order Coniferales, and order Natales are represented both by living as well as a fossil member. So the student see the Cycadales order having a genus Cycas, Jingoales having a genus Jingo, Coniferales having a genus like a Pinus, then Natales having a genus like a Natum. Okay, they are living members are there as well as they are in a fossilized form. So the student here I am mentioning here the some common example of gymnosperm like as a Cycas, Zamia. Okay, it is a belonging to the Cycadales. Then Natum, it is a belonging to the Natal order. Ephedra is there, Ephedrales. Then Pinus, it is a belonging to the Coniferales. Okay, so these are some common example. So the student, Coniferales are by far the most abundant extant group of gymnosperm, with 6 to 8 families are there in a Coniferales order, with a total of 65 to 70 genera, and it is a near about 600 to 630 species are there. Then conifers are woody plants and most are evergreen. Here the common example here, Pinus, it is one of the famous conifer. The leaves of many conifers are long, thin, and it is a needle-like, and it's also having a wax coating. Other species including the most Cupresi member is there, Cupres, and some Podocarpaceae members are there. Example, Podocarpus is there, have a flat and triangular scale-like leaves are there. Means it also shows the diversity in their leaf structure pattern. So the student, the next cycads or cycadales, okay, are the next most abundant group of the gymnosperm, with about 130 species are there. The other extant group are the 75 to 80 species of the natal and one species of the jingo. It is a Ginkgo biloba. So the gymnosperm include one of the world tallest tree, that is a Sequoia sempervirens. Okay, this is a giant redwood tree, and it is a measuring about 125 meter in a height and 30 meter in a girth. Okay, it is the tallest tree in the world. So 4,000-year-old redwood tree and is still found in California. So the students see here the gymnosperm diversity. Okay, see this is the phylum Ginkgophyta is there, means order Jingoales. Okay, see this is a Ginkgo biloba. Okay, it is a living fossil. See that the shape of the leaves, it is having a bilobed leaves. Okay, that's why given the name Ginkgo biloba. Okay, so the students see this is a Cycadophyta. Okay, Cycadales order. See this is the Cycas. It is the most common gymnosperm. So it is a looks like as a palm tree. Okay, so the students see this is a Natophyta. The excellent example is the Natum. Okay, see this is the Coniferophyta. The example is the Pinus. Okay, see the gymnosperm, it is a shows the great diversity among them. So the student, I'm focusing here the root system of the gymnosperm. So the student, the gymnosperm, it's specifically having two different kinds of the root, okay, in order cycadales. Okay, I'm talking about the order cycadales. Okay, the example is a cycas. Okay, so there is a two types. Okay, the normal root is there, and that normal root, it is called the primary taproot system is there, and second type of the root, it is a called the corallite root is there. Okay, so the primary tap root is generally thick and stout, short, but its lateral branches are long and thin. This primary root, it is a function of the root in anchorage and absorption of water and mineral nutrients from the soil. So the second type of root, it is a corallite root. So it is a special type of root is there. These are the negatively geotropic and grows on the surface of the soil. They shows the repetitive dichotomous type of branching is there and appear as a coralline masses. Internally, they shows the algal zone of blue-green algae like Anabena. These algae are very helpful in a nitrogen fixation because it's having a heterosis. Then this coralloid root possesses the lenticel, which is help in a respiration. And see this uh, coralloid root is a form due to the infect that root by fungal member, blue green algal member, or the bacterial member. Okay, so it is a shows the dichotomous type of branching, and see in this diagram there is a point of dichotomy is also shown. Okay, so see student, this root system, the two different types of root system, they're specifically found in order cycadales, and one example there is a cycas. Okay, so the student, the next I'm talking about the stem. Okay, so I'm talking about the stem present in a cycadales order. So the student, in a cycadale stem, it is a stem, it is a columnar, and a branch, a thick and slow growing and a long lived stem is there. Then this stem, it is a covered with a amorous or thick persistent leaf bases are there. In some species, see here the student, I'm talking about the cycas and zamia genus. Okay, so this, see this is the cycas, male and female plant. Okay, on stem it is a usually unbranched stem is there, and it is a slow growing stuff. Okay, it is a erect thick columnar. Okay, and in some species the stem is a tuberous. Specifically that stem, it is a subterranean and it shows the irregular branch. The general appearance of the arborescent, it is a form, it is a looks like as a small palm like tree. Okay, so the student, I'm talking about in a coniferous stem. That coniferous stem is erect, tall and slow growing. That stem, it is usually consisting of the two different types of lateral branches. So the student, that branches are called the long shoot, or it is also called the branches of unlimited growth. And second type of branches, it is called the dwarf shoot. That branches are called the branches of limited growth. So what is a long shoot? So the long shoot, it is nothing but they grow rapidly on the main stem and may again bear the long and dwarf shoots. They bear deeply lobed foliage leaves. Then second type, it is a dwarf shoot, or it is also called the branches of limited growth. That dwarf shoot, they developed in the axils of the foliage leaves and form a small crown of the foliage leaves each year. The leaves are not lobed, but they are entire. So these dwarf shoot, it is also produce the reproductive organs. Okay, and these reproductive organs, remember that the student, the reproductive organs developed or born on dwarf shoot only. So the student, next I'm talking about the order Nettle. Example is a netem. The stem is woody stem and it is a usually branch. And the student, this nettles, it also shows the branches dimorphism is there. The long shoot, okay, it is called the branches of unlimited growth, and the dwarf shoot, it is called the branches of limited growth. So the student, this dwarf shoot, it is also called as a spur. They have a no apical buds, therefore their growth is a restricted. Each spur shoot of the pine bear 1 to 5 needle-like leaves, and these needles are wrapped by the thin membranous scale. So the student, I am talking about the pinus. See that. See the pinus, it is also having a two different types of branches are there. Okay, coniferals. See, this is the long shoot. Okay, branches of unlimited growth, and this is the dwarf shoot. It is branches of limited growth. And see the student, on the dwarf shoot, there is a needle like leaves are present. There is a spirally arranged. Okay, see the needle like leaves. And the student, on that dwarf shoot, there is also the development of that cones. Okay, see here the female strobili. Okay, or the, it is also called as the ovuliferous scales are seen in this photograph. Okay, see there. See, this is the long shoot, and on over the long shoot there is a dwarf shoot are there, and there is a needle like leaves are there. Okay, so these foliage leaves, the students, see this pinus, I am talking about the pinus. See these foliage leaves, they are green. Okay, it is needle like, and they have borne on the dwarf shoot only, and they are persistent and fall only along with the spur. So the scale leaves, okay, the student, it is also called the membranous leaves. Okay, that scale leaves are brown in color, membranous, and present both the branches. Okay, this scale leaves, see this is a brownish color scale leaves are there, and these brownish color scale leaves, they are present on the both the branches of limited growth. Okay, long shoot as well as the dwarf shoot, and they are the only ones, okay, born on the shoots of unlimited growth. They are not participating in a photosynthesis, and they serve to retain the means give the protection around the branches. Okay, retain the water. Okay, so the student, see this is a regarding to the branches of the limited and unlimited growth. So the student, next I'm talking about the leaves dimorphism. Okay, so there is a two different types of leaves are there. See, this is the foliage leaves, it is a green leaves are there. Then it is a, see in a cycas, it is a compound leaves are there. Okay, see this is the petiole. Okay, and on that petiole there is a rachis is there, and on that rachis there is a number of leaflets are there. Okay, so in a pinus, in previous slide we already seen that there is a needle like leaves are there. Okay, so the student, this foliage leaves, what is the function of foliage leaves? This foliage leaves, it is a specifically for what? The photosynthesis. And the second type of leaf, it is a scaly leaves. Okay, see here the scaly leaves, it is usually brown in color, it is a membranous and present both on branches of limited growth as well as branches of unlimited growth in case of pinus. And see here in a cycas, okay, they use the protection to the developing apices. Okay, so the students, see this is also the gymnosperm, they shows the leaf dimorphism. Okay, so the student, next I am focusing here the point reproduction in a gymnosperm. So in cycadales, two types of reproduction occur. The student, first type of reproduction, it is called the vegetative reproduction, and the second type of reproduction, it is called the sexual reproduction. So the student, this vegetative reproduction, it takes place by adventitious bud, or the bulbils formation is there, and that bulbils or adventitious buds develop all over the stem from base to apex on the old plant. Then second type of the reproduction, it is a sexual reproduction. So the sexual reproduction takes place by the formation of male cone or female cone. So the student, the gymnospermic plants are dioecious, male and female plants are separate one. So sexual reproduction takes place by the formation of male, or it is called the microsporangiate, or it is called the male strobila, and female cone develop on the female plant, it is called the female cone, or the megasporangium, or the strobilus, and it is called the female cone or megasporangium or female strobila. So the student, next I am focusing here how that male and female cone exactly looks like. See, this is the compactly arranged. See, this is the sporophyle, they are compactly arranged or spirally arranged on the central axis, and see there is a forming the compact cone like structure, it is called the male cone. Okay, see this is about the cycus. Okay, see that, see the sporophyll having a sterile apical portion, it is called the apophysis, and fertile region it consisting the sori, and that sori it is consisting of the pollen grains. So see this is regarding to the male cone. Then the student, next I am focusing here the female cone. So see in first picture, okay, there is a female cone of the cycas plant, it is also called the megasporophyll. See this is the apophysis region is there, and see there is a sterile portion, it is a hood like, okay, snake hood like, and see this is a lower part, okay, distal part here, they bears the oval part is there, it is a nothing but the ovules are there. Okay, so the student, see this is the female cone. Okay, see this is the female cone. Okay, but it is not compact in a cycas, okay, cycadales. But when we talking about the female cone in a coniferals, okay, see the pinus female cone, okay, see the female strobila is there, or it is also called as a ovuliferous scales are there. Okay, they bears the ovules at the base. Okay, so the student, see here the next I'm focusing here the ls of mature ovule. So the orthotropous ovule is there in a gymnosperm. So the ovule it's having a 2 to 3 integuments are there. See the structure, the micropyle is there, the minute opening. Okay, so there is a cuticle, then there is a 3 integuments are there, outer fleshy layer is there, then middle stony layer, and then innermost again fleshy layer is there. Central portion it is covered by the nutritive tissue, it is called the endosperm. See there is a pair of archegonia is there, it is nothing but the female gametophyte. Okay, pair of archegonia just situated near the nucellar chamber. Okay, and see this is the micropyle. Okay, so this is the there is a vascular strand is there, inner vascular strand and outer, and see this is regarding to the ls of mature ovule. So the student, remember that in a gymnosperm there is a orthotropous ovule is present. So after fertilization, see here the from that microsporangium, okay, pollen grains are discharged through the air. Okay, there is anemophilous type of pollination is there. Okay, so the pollen grains are very light in weight, and they having a numerous number, and they are comes towards the female gametophyte. Within the archegonia there is a egg is there, and there is a fertilization is there. After that there is a formation of embryo. After fertilization there is a siphonogamy is there. Okay, so after fertilization zygote develop into the embryo. So within this that seeds, okay, embryo is present, and embryo surrounded by the nutritive tissue, endosperm is there. So see this is a nucellar, then cuticle. Okay, then integument it is a converted into the husk, outer integument. Okay, then middle integument it is a converted into like a shell, and innermost it is a inner fleshy layer compressed to a membrane. So the students, see this is regarding to the ls of the gymnospermic seed. Okay, you remember that the anemophilous type of pollination is there. Okay, then siphonogamy is there. Okay, and here there is a no fruit formation is there. Okay, seeds are naked, ovules are naked. Okay, so the student, so in this session we covered all this regarding to the gymnosperm. Okay, in next lecture we will focus on the angiosperm. Thank you.